To je leon, avto, ki ga poznate. Ampak zdaj ne gre za Seata, gre za cupro. Prevzel sem ga v Barceloni in tam sem se najprej z njim vozil neopazno, umirjeno, potiho. Na elektriko avto je seveda priključni hibrid, ampak kvanta tega avtomobila je seveda nekje drugje. In zato sem se s tem avtomobilom soočil z neštetimi ovinki ceste C462. Gre za eno od, mislim da, 7 cest, ki jih je Ford proglasil za najbolj vozniške ceste v Evropi. In kaj naj rečem? Potrjujem. Kaj bi tokratni namen mojega prečkanja Pirinejev? No, na drugi strani, na francoski strani, v mestecu je potekal festival motošporta. Kar po mestu so se podili z dirkalniki in tudi s takšnimi Seati leoni. V kar 2 verzijah je bil tam. Bencinski je nastopil v prvenstvu WTCR, električni, 100% električni pa v prvenstvu ETCR, ki je letos prošlo pod okrilje FIE. Tako da predlagam, da razširimo tega leona in mu damo gor spoilerje. Motošport seveda ni samo marketing in svojo večnamenskost kaže s tem, da je tudi razvojni laboratorij. To trditev vam lahko podkrepim recimo s testom cupre bornom. Tam smo poudarili, da je Born, čeprav je tehnično podoben Volkswagenu ID3, vozniško povsem drugačen kot pa ID3. In tukaj v poju na francoski strani Pirinejev sem spoznal človeka, ki je dejansko zaslužen za to, da je Born drugačen od ID-ja. In ob kavi mi je povedal, kakšen je recept za to, da je Born drugačen. Treba je jeti na dirkališče in raziskovati, spreminjati nastavitve, si zapisovati in ugotavljati, katera nastavitev je najbolj učinkovita. Prav to je seveda prišel početi tudi sem v po na dirkališče.
You have a push-to-pass button, which gives another 150 kilowatts. So all of a sudden, the car behaves different, and you have to adapt from one second to the other. The car is a different animal, and this is something you have to deal with. So you need to have very skilled drivers. The race car goes up to 500 kilowatts. 500 kilowatts actually will take some time for a road car, and it's also something which is difficult to drive. I tried the ETCR race car some weeks ago on the racetrack, and if you have full power on the rear axis, then it becomes really difficult to handle the car. If you put such a car with this power on the road, you need a little bit more electronics on the road car.
Gum za prehitevanje je vsekakor prva od zadev, ki bo Cupra prinesla iz dirk na cesto.
On the Cupra Born, we already have the button with the Cupra mode, which gives you a little bit more power, a little bit more torque, and this obviously comes also from the race cars, because from the ETCR you have this push-to-pass button, and this is what we wanted to replicate on the road car, this experience. And in the future cars it will be even stronger, so we will keep a decent amount of power just for the push-to-pass.
Ampak na dirkah Cupra testira še eno funkcijo, ki želi vezati na tisti mikavni gumb na volanskem obroču. Ekstremne zahteve namreč baterijo ekspresno hitro segrejejo. Proti temu pa se v prvenstvu ETCR spopadajo s predhodnim hlajenjem baterije prek upihavanja mraza suhega ledu.
This is also something we want to apply in the future for road cars. For example, if you know that you want to go fast, if you go to Cupra mode, that you start to cool down the battery, because the system knows that in the next minutes the driver would require more power from the car. So it could also be something to put on the road car.
Tudi uradni gumar prvenstva ETCR in pa WTCR tukaj ni samo zaradi marketinga. Goodyear namreč tukaj v poju testira svoje ugotovitve tukaj iz dirkalne steze v realnem času po digitalni poti pošle direktno v Luksemburg, kjer ima seveda razvojni laboratorij za razvoj gum za takšne cestne avtomobile. No, gume ki jih uporabljajo tukaj spodaj na ETCR, res niso primerne za cestne avtomobile. Vendarle gre za šprinterske gume, pri katerih je pomembno samo to, da zdržijo tisto kratko obdobje.
ETCR is all about short, sharp, sort of sprint activities. It's like 100 meters if you think of athletics. You know, endurance racing is like the marathon of athletics. So these tyres have got to provide more or less instant grip traction from the off, because obviously the start format is like a sprint race with the unique gate, and the tyres have got to switch on immediately and provide that traction from the start to be able to give the drivers confidence and grip to go and have the race.
To so sicer zahteve, ki jih na cesti vendar ne potrebujemo tako močno, ampak znanje pa potrebujemo in to se da uporabiti.
During the weekend we are in the pit lane, we are taking tire temperatures and tire pressures with the engineers. So we are like collecting that data, learning from that and taking that learnings to develop new compounds, new patterns and at the end new tires which you can also use on a daily basis on a road.
Motorsport is a laboratory for us. It's a technological, alive lab, and these electric vehicles, 500 kilowatts of power, you know, that's a huge amount of power that is being put through the car and through the tyres in hugely demanding either race circuits or street circuits. Developing technologies that can work in that environment allows us to feed directly into our road tyres for the future tyres that we need to develop for everyday electric vehicles for the road.
In v tem pogledu je prvenstvo ETCR še posebej pomembno, ne samo, ker gume za električna vozila predstavljajo že kar polovico vsega Goodyearjevega novega posla, ampak še posebej zato, ker v ETCR-ju uporabljajo en sam tip gume. Ta mora ustrezati vsem razmeram. Ne tako kot recimo v WTCR-ju, kjer imajo gladke in dežne gume. In tisto, kar je še posebej pomembno za razvoj gum za cesto, no te dirkalne gume po koncu dirke še niso za odpad.
It's also a case of road to race. The tread pattern of this treaded race tyre is basically more or less identical and is derived from the Eagle F1 Supersport road range that we have released in the last few years. So the actual tread pattern in the tyre is essentially the same as a road tyre tread pattern. Some of the outer shoulder blocks are absolutely designed about cornering precision and handling, and again that's driven by that road tyre pattern.
With our road to race and race to road approach, we are giving feedback to our R&D departments, and so we are learning from the circuit and giving that feedback to the engineers who are developing the road tires. Because also the electric tires for the road, which everybody can drive on a daily basis.
In verjetno ni več daleč dan, ko bomo tudi v osebnih avtomobilih imeli gume s senzorji.
You can see the barcode and also the RFID tag, which is linked to each other. We are providing for each weekend an RFID tire list to the FIA, where basically all the tires are controlled from the FIA, because the tires are limited to each driver. So they can check with the RFID barcode reader to see if that tire is really on the right car.
No, jaz se preprosto ne moram otresti občutka, da so Pirinejčani sem v center mesta prišli predvsem po krasen sobotni večer v družbi rohnjenja. Prišli so pravzaprav na koncert. Ko so namreč mimo divjali klasični bencinski dirkalniki, so bili namreč obiskovalci bistveno bolj angažirani, kot pa takrat, ko so mimo pricvilile električne zveri.
Also, electric cars can produce a lot of noise, which we are dumping down currently, and this is also something we are looking at. How can you generate a natural electric car noise feeling? For example, the rear axis gearbox gives you this kind of futuristic sound feeling in the car. It's the same as you have on the combustion engine. Some of the noises are nice, and you can let them go through, and then we have to find a way to use them for the cupro mode. This is something we are working on. There's some high price competition in the market which are already doing that, and this is what we also want to do. We have a spectrum of frequencies, so you have to eliminate the frequencies which are disturbing and let the frequencies go through which are nice. It's the same what you do on combustion engine cars. For sure you have the combustion noise, but you also have the specific frequencies of a 4-cylinder, 5-cylinder, 6-cylinder, but you're also tuning the exhaust system to generate a nice sound, a homogeneous, harmonious noise. And this what you can do the same on the electric motor. It's a different challenge because you don't have so many sources, but at least it's the same challenge.
Ampak da ne bo pomote, govorim o hrupu na zahtevo. Seveda pa je spet v igri tista posebna tipka.
If you want to drive completely quiet, you don't want to have noise and want to take advantage of an electric car. And the challenge is then, if you push the cupro button and you want to have noise, that we can provide that. This is a challenge.
Tipko cupra sem pogosto pritisnil tudi med mojim vračanjem v Barcelono, ponovno po vozniških cestah, tokrat čez gorske prelaze Andore. In če potegnem črto pod moje pogovore, se inženirji trudijo v prihodnjih cuprah ponuditi prav to, kar sem si sam zaželel med tokratno uživaško vožnjo. Da bi bil ta cupra značaj še za odtenek bolj izrazit. Še malce bolj je treba zver spustiti na plano, pa hkrati vendarle ohraniti tisto prijaznost avtomobila do okolja in do moje hrbtenice. Ampak kakorkoli, v videu smo se večkrat dotaknili Borna. Avta, ki je born to rock. Naj bo torej električni rock'n'roll vaš naslednji klik.